Welcome NICAP interns to NICAP 101, an introduction to the Spring 2019 internship. Please make certain to listen to this introduction video for the entire duration, as your pre-onboarding quiz will contain questions directly related to the content in this video. To provide a brief overview, it's important to recognize that interdisciplinary clinical and academic programs, or ICAPs, were created in 2010 by our former UF Health President, Dr. David Gusick. The intention was to bring disciplines together that naturally take care of patients and optimize their clinical and academic practices. It's important to know that there are 4 total ICAPs in the UF Health system: neuromedicine, cancer, pediatrics, and cardiovascular. Over time, all other ICAPs have partnered with NICAP, and our internship is now represented in all of these service areas. The mission of NICAP is to achieve the perfect patient experience. Think for a moment what this really means. Rarely does someone want to be a patient. So given that they are, our mission is to make sure every phase of their care, from first encounter to parking to staff and clinician interaction to clinical outcome, discharge, and communication, is the best that it can possibly be. We aim to achieve this mission by focusing on the UF Health big aims of quality, which include zero harm, reduced variation, the perfect patient experience, increased value, and transform culture. Our core clinical services exist in the neurology and neurosurgery clinics, including the Fixel Center, previously known as Movement Disorders, neuromedicine inpatient units, oncology clinic and inpatient areas, as well as pediatric clinic and inpatient areas. Continuing with an overview of the internship, we like to highlight, first of all, why we've developed an internship. The answer is simple. In aiming to reach the College of Medicine's mission of excellence in education, clinical care, and research, we thought what better way than incorporating learners to expand on their person-centered and quality improvement education, provide them with clinical experience, and get them involved in quality improvement research. In addition, each year, our team is involved in the administration of an annual survey assessing staff satisfaction and burnout. Interesting enough, the staff were resounding in their reports of needing and wanting additional assistance with their administrative, clinical, and special project duties. NICAP internship team aligns with each of the 5 big aims of quality. Each team has between 3 to 4 graduate students who manage both the people and projects on the team. Each team has up to 17 undergraduates who all work together to move their big aim initiatives forward. Undergraduate interns in our Tier 1 program rotate across administrative, clinical, and project-based settings. Undergraduates in our Tier 2 program are placed in 2 special project settings during the semester. We also thankfully have special topic interns, including health education and behavior interns, biostatistics, and other students completing special projects. As I mentioned previously, there are 3 main settings Tier 1 interns rotate through: administrative, which includes the McKnight Brain Institute and 1329 building for neurology and neurosurgery staff; clinical settings for neuromedicine, cancer, and pediatrics, which includes clinics, inpatient, and ICU settings; and projects which align with the big aims of quality. Here you will see the core NICAP internship expectations. The first being at least 6 hours per week as an undergraduate and at least 10 hours per week as a graduate required. In addition, interns are expected to commit to at least 2 semesters. So the learning interns receive is robust, and both the intern and program benefit mutually. We recognize that sometimes illness, travel, or studying requires needing time off. Because of this, interns are allowed 12 hours per semester to miss their shift, which is tracked by the NICAP administrators. Each time a shift is missed, an absence excuse form must be completed. Unless it is an emergent illness or circumstance, interns must complete the form at least 24 hours in advance of missing their shift or team meeting. They also must email all the respective stakeholders ahead of time. This has to be emphasized because sometimes in one of our settings, a team member has a specific task or perhaps urgent need that they are counting on a scheduled intern to complete. Interns, both graduate and undergraduates, are expected to be punctual. That means arriving a few minutes before your shift. If you're going to be late, you are expected to notify your site supervisor as a professional courtesy. If your schedule allows, you will need to stay the amount of time you were late. If you are over 15 minutes late and cannot make up that time, it will be considered a missed shift. Despite our locations being all over the UF Health campus, we cannot provide transportation. Please plan ahead by reviewing your transportation options, including the bus schedule, which is in the NICAP manual. Interns are expected to be proactive. That means progressing through your primary locations checklist, proceeding through to secondary and tertiary locations, and also asking for additional work when things are slow. One thing to note is that we want this internship experience to be positive both for the program, its leaders and stakeholders, as well as the interns. Therefore, we assess goodness of fit, including elements of your attitude, proactive nature, and productivity. If you need a little extra help, we are here for you. We might develop a performance improvement plan to assist with actionable improvement options. Please note, for program integrity and to maintain expectations, we do have a behavioral strike program, which we will review in details during onboarding. Additional NICAP internship expectations include the following. For attire, interns are expected to wear their provided orange shirts when in any clinical location. This includes graduate students or interns in administrative and QI settings who are helping a patient in a clinical setting. If you are assigned to an admin or project-based location, please wear business casual, which includes modest professional setting clothes. Interns must also, in all instances, wear their provided ID badge, which also includes a badge buddy stating that they are a quality improvement intern. This is how our patients, visitors, and staff know you are expected to be in the office and clinical settings. Due to some sensitivities with patients and standards of professionalism, you are asked to not wear provocative or ill-fitting clothing, jeans or leggings, heavy makeup, and strong perfume or cologne. In addition, due to national and state requirements, you must wear closed-toed shoes if you are ever in a clinical setting. Confidentiality is one of the most important aspects related to patient protection. Therefore, you must maintain confidentiality when using Epic or electronic health record, which includes only using information you need to know. You must never email patient health information or PHI outside of the UFL Shands network. As you will see in the required HIPAA and confidentiality training, failure to follow these standards can result in financial and legal repercussions. Our program director, as well as one member of each Big AIM team, will be rounding most days of the week. This ensures that interns have adequate opportunity to discuss their experiences and share their concerns, as well as site supervisors and clinicians expressing their satisfaction and concerns. Communication across stakeholders is frequent, so please know that someone is always aware of you and your role. To ensure optimal communication through repeated and frequent communication, as well as an opportunity for professional development and expectation management, our team meets within the end of the 3-week Tier 1 rotation. This coming together for the large team meeting is essential to ensuring everyone is on the same page and receives important information regarding to the internship. Small team meetings are also important for professional development and closer connection with your Big AIM team. Graduate students are expected to lead these meetings after assessing the interest and need of the team. Our internship is focused on continual improvement and requires both midterm and final evaluation for the program director, program, graduate interns, and interns. Please note, you can also sign up for a one-on-one meeting with the program director, both during this time or any time in the semester. Finally, for all interns, keep in mind we utilize and follow the term-based UF schedule. Therefore, anytime there is a UF holiday or a UF break, there is no expectation to attend your shifts. As more advanced students in their academic training, graduate students also have additional expectations in the internship. These include the following: project managements and scholarly activities. Graduate interns are expected to have completed a free certificate in project management before the semester and follow the tenets and expectations of project management. These include, but are not limited to, development and maintenance of action plans, timelines or Gantt charts, budgets, and other project deliverables, including project summaries for quarterly reporting. Graduate interns must, within the first week of the internship, find and secure a regular meeting with the quality director. This may be weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, just depending on your projects and needs. Graduate students must also manage the regular updates for any NICAP-related meetings, including NICAP General Body large team meetings. Due to programmatic requirements, graduate students must also lead efforts in grant writing, manuscripts, and conference submissions when applicable. The more the better, but at least one manuscript per graduate intern per academic year is expected. Graduate interns, as a Big AIM team, are expected to host monthly small team meetings. The focus of these meetings should be on getting to know each other as individuals and assist with professional development. In addition, these meetings are meant to dole out additional QI tasks, so interns always have tasks and are aware of what they can do if they have downtime. Graduate interns will be randomly assigned to conduct site rounds each week. A member from each Big AIM team will conduct site rounds and secret shopping once per week. With 3 to 4 graduate students per team, this means each graduate intern will be expected to conduct site rounds or secret shopping no more than 5 times in one semester. Finally, to ensure graduate interns maintain an understanding and appreciation for their undergraduate interns and clarity on the initiatives in place, Each graduate intern will be randomly assigned to complete Tier 1 activities for at least 6 hours per semester, which we call orange shirting. Interns are expected to visit and use our NICAP website frequently. Visit nicap.med.ufl.edu and navigate to students and current interns. The password for the internship-related materials is Go Gators. Here you will find first the NICAP absence excuse form. Recall this must be completed before missing a shift or team meeting, in addition to also emailing your site supervisors, NICAP admin, and program director. Secondly, a very useful resource related to QI initiatives, managing change, program methods, and more can be found through the IHI Open School. Graduate interns must complete this within the first semester of being on the team, and undergraduates should complete this by the second semester of the internship. Interns will not be able to receive a letter of recommendation for the program unless they have completed the basic certification for quality improvement. Thirdly, the semester-long rotation and meeting schedule included changes in the rotation schedule is kept up to date by our website. Finally, any meeting recordings, notes, and resources can be found on the website as well. As stated earlier, there are 3 main rotations within the Tier 1 program: administration, clinical, and projects. Each rotation has different needs stated here. In the administrative locations, you will spend most of your time copying patient materials, making patient packets, and scanning documents into the electronic health record. You must review the detailed instructions for scanning before asking for assistance, as a step-by-step guide is provided in the manual. Interns on administrative rotation shouldn't stop at helping only the administrative team. Instead, ask to assist anyone in the office settings with tasks related to the residency program or general office improvements. Within the clinical settings, interns should be assisting patients with wayfinding, one-on-one signups to our patient portal MyUF Health, completing patient experience rounds only in the inpatient and ICU settings, evaluating clinicians on the teach-back method, and shadowing patients and visitors during their experience. Please keep in mind if you are ever slow in your assigned primary location, you ought to complete a patient shadowing encounter, which is part of your checklist before moving to another location. Tier 1 interns will also assist graduate interns with their projects in conducting academic research and literature reviews, assisting with project planning after reading articles and materials, inputting and reconciling the project budget, project implementation, tracking and trending within PDSA cycles, and other needs such as project-specific site rounds. To maintain engagement among interns and to reward those with leadership, longevity, and loyalty, we have expanded our internship to what we call Tier 2 rotations. Staff and clinicians expressed that they wanted and needed more assistance from NICAP interns, which was the rationale behind implementing our Tier 2 expansion. Interns benefit from this expansion program by gaining experience in specialized roles, engaging in more relationships with clinical and non-clinical stakeholders, as well as gaining a unique knowledge and involvement in different settings within healthcare. The 3 L's, leadership, loyalty, and longevity, are requirements of applicants. Tier 2 expansion began with the following rotations: post-discharge calls, rooming and vitals, pediatric neuromedicine, supportive care team, and Farm Bureau administrative projects. These projects include the following: calls to check on patient status after discharge to ensure they have their medications, their pain is manageable, and let them know that they can reach us regarding any issues they may have. These calls promote patient satisfaction and reduce readmission to our hospital. Rooming and Vitals is a program within the Fixed Cell Center aimed at assisting our staff and helping interns hone their clinical skills. Interns call patients back for their appointment and take their blood pressure before they are seen by our care team. Our pediatric neuromedicine rotation includes distraction play for child patients or child visitors. Interns offer to play with patients or provide them with a toy they can keep while tracking the number of encounters during their shifts. The supportive care team is an expansion of our partnership with a local hospice partner called Haven. Here, the interns discuss the importance of advanced care planning and aim to complete advanced care directives with the patients. Farm Bureau is our location in which our patient referral, fiscal, and human resources are staffed. Interns at this location work on process optimization within these areas, such as improving standard operating protocols or analyzing flow and a process for scheduling patients. New Tier 2 rotations include the following: expanded efforts related to the community, including our helmet safety initiative and our Before I Die Wall projects. Our partnership with social work includes the administration of a risk behavior assessment for chronically ill adolescents transitioning into adulthood. Marketing interns pair with providers to learn their research and clinical practice and assist with write-ups of new and innovative work at UF Health. Our research arm sits within the advanced care planning domain and aims to complete standard advanced care planning with patients with dementia to ensure their goals of care are known and documented. And finally, multidisciplinary rounds assess patient and caregiver knowledge of care team rounds and aim to improve awareness and involvement in them, while also assessing the processes within the rounds. New Tier 2 rotations that have been implemented for the spring 2000 semester include community outreach, social work, marketing, research assistance for advanced care planning for dementia patients, and multidisciplinary rounds. You may not know that most hospitals participate in a consortium known as Visium. This organization takes all available quality and safety data and utilizes sophisticated models to compare it to similar organizations. Here's a snapshot of UF Health's overall report. Out of over 150 similar academic medical centers, we are ranked 30th. We aim to get closer to number 1 and closer to 5 stars. You can see that Shands at UF is overall green in 3 domains and overall red in 3 domains. One of the biggest opportunities for improvement is within the domain of patient-centeredness. All of our initiatives are documented in the academic literature as influencing patient-centeredness measures. You should note the upward trend Shands has seen in their overall star ranking over time in the bottom right-hand corner of the slide. Though we are definitely not pandering to metrics, it is important to recognize that everything we do in this internship aims to improve these metrics. We do this because it makes everyone's lives better, from high-level leaders to core staff involved. Here are some examples of that. Lastly, we do this because of the patients and caregivers involved. Research shows that perception of experience in a health system is additive, and any method to improve and support patients will improve their experience. Watch this video to see how you are the patient experience. Thank you for your time and attention. Please continue to complete the required tasks asked of you in reference to onboarding, such as turning in paperwork, reading the NICAP Spring 2019 Intern Manual, and completing the pre-onboarding quiz by the given deadlines. Thank you, and we'll see you at onboarding.